boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. We have Charlie Puth here with a song called That's Not How This Works. Alright, so we'll try to cover this on a guitar. We have different techniques there. We will pick here in the verse, and then we have some simple strumming in the chorus and so on. So let's take a look at this great song from Charlie Puth. We have 10 chords, alright, so there's a couple of chords we need to learn and handle. Once you know them, it's pretty easy to follow this song here. So let's take a look at the chords. First, we need to set our capo on the second fret. So capo on second to have the easiest chords possible. So let's start with the chords. We have first the E minor. So that is open E, second A, second D, open G, open B, and open E. The next chord is B7, all right, so that is a bar chord. You place the bar here on the second fret, and you bar all strings except from the last E in the bass. So 5 strings from bottom up. Then the rest will be 4th on D and 4th on B. Then we have the G. So that is 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. Then we have a D F chord. That's a D chord but with an F sharp in the bass. Alright, so that is 2nd on E. Then I mute the next string with my finger I'm using there, my index finger, just leans on top of it, so it gets muted. And then open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and open E. Then we have this A C chord. That's an A, but with a C sharp in the bass, and I would like to add another note there belonging to this A C chord there. All right, so what you do now is you place a bar here on the second fret, and it's up to you if you want to do it from the D string and down, 4 strings from bottom up, or all the way to the 5th string here. It's up to you. It doesn't matter really there, but capo, or sorry, your bar finger on the second fret, and then you will add the 4th fret on A, and then I also add the 5th on B. Okay, this one is optional, the 5th on B, but it's great for this song here. So bar on second fret, D string and down, or A string and down, and then 4th on A and 5th on B, the optional 5th on B there. That's the A C chord. Then we have standard C. So that is 3rd on A, 2nd on D, open G, 1st B, and open E. Then we are moving to the C minor. That's a bar chord. So place a bar on the 3rd fret from the A string and down. All strings except from the last E here in the bass. And then the rest will be 5th on D, 5th on G, and 4th on B. We're moving on here to the A minor. So that is open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 1st B, and open E. Then we have the A minor 7. So what you do there from the A minor, you just lift off this 2nd on G and have that one open. So that gives us open A, 2nd D, open G. That's the difference there from A minor, and then 1st B and open E. And then finally we have the G B chord. So that is 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and open E. All right, so I believe we got all the 10 chords there. E minor, B7, G, the D F chord, the A C, the C minor, A minor 7, and the G B. Finally, all right, so now let's dive into this song here. The verse goes with this picking. All right, it sounds like this, one round. And so on. That's one round. So it's based upon the E minor, the D, F, the G, C, G, and the DF. That's the chord progression there. So we'll pick these chords kind of, okay? So the first one, it's the E minor. I would like to hold the chord as it is. That gives me more flexibility if I, by accident pick another string that not really belongs to it. If you hold a chord, that's always gonna back up because it sounds great anyway. So I usually hold the chords as they are or close to it, all right? So we will have the E minor. What you pick here is the open E in the bass together with second D and open G. Then I clap. And then we go to the D, F, and G part pretty fast. It goes like this. And clap. So what you do here, the D, F, you hold the second fret on E string, pick that one together with open D and second G. Then you shift to the G part now. You don't have to hold the chord as it is fully. You just hold this one, third fret on E string. And you pick that one together with open G and open B. And a clap. So we're halfway now. So far we learned E minor, clap, D, G. All right, clap. Then we'll go into the C part now. Like I said, I hold the chord as it is usually. So now you're gonna pick third on A together with first on B and open E. Then comes a clap. Then you're gonna play the G. Okay, so you play the G in the same way as you played it before. So third on E together with open G and open B. And then you go to the D, F chord. Now you play this. So that is a little bit different from the last D, F. You pick the second E together with open D and second A. Or actually it's the same. Sorry, it's the same. So G and the D, F chord is the same there in the end. And that is how this verse play ends. So to summarize, it's again the E minor, D, F, G, then C, G, D, F. That's the chord progression. Slowly, it goes like this. And then another round. All right, so in tempo. So that's the verse play. Now let's take a look at the pre-chorus. And from now on, we will work with downs or strumming, very easy strumming pattern. So for the pre-choruses, we're gonna play downs. So it's the following chords: E minor, 2 downs, then B7, 2 downs, then G, 2 downs, then comes this AC chord, 2 downs, and then C, 4 downs, and then C minor, 1 down and a pause. So that is the pre-chorus: E minor 2, B7 2, G2, the AC2, C4, and 1 down on C minor plus a pause. And that pause builds up for a chorus that comes right after. It comes now actually. So for the chorus, I prefer to play it with a short strumming pattern that fills out a little bit more the gaps in between the chords, and it gets up a little bit in tension there. So one strumming pattern, it starts with E minor, sounds like this. It's pretty fast, but it's down, down, up. Okay, so down, down, up. You don't have to do with a full downs and up strokes like that. You can just hit the bass and the top notes, top strings down there to add a little bit more variation and don't like have a full blown sound here for this strumming. All right, so that's how I play it. All right, so You're gonna play E minor 1, then the DF1, then the G2, then C2, then G2, and then you begin again from the beginning now, the E minor 1, the DF1, then the G2, and then the ending is a little bit different. It's the A minor 1, the G1, C1, and the D1. And I see now, I perhaps forgot to go over the D, how that is played, the standard D, and I can take that now. It's the open D, second G, third B, and second E. So actually, I believe there's 11 chords in the song. All right, anyway, so that is one chord portion of the chorus. So if we go through that again, I can just have the chords. You don't have to play it full with strumming pattern, just mention and play once. It's the E minor 1, DF1, G2, C2, G2, and again E minor 1, DF1, G2, and now comes this ending A minor 1, G1, C1, and D1. And you could actually play it with just one down as well. I just prefer this short strumming pattern. With that strumming pattern, it sounds like this. Two rounds of the chorus, and that is actually what you're gonna play. 2 rounds of that chord progression, and that takes us to the final post-chorus here. Actually, we have a bridge part later as well, but the post-chorus is played in the same way as a chorus play. You just play it for 1 round, the way we just played. So nothing changes there. The post-chorus, 1 round. And you're gonna play in the same way for the verses, the pre-choruses, and the chorus and the post-choruses. You're gonna play for 2 rounds right after each other. And after the second round of the post-chorus, about 2 minutes and 2 seconds into the song, comes a bridge part. All right. So here you're gonna follow the same strumming pattern. You're gonna have new chords here. So you're gonna play A minor 7 for 4 times. Then E minor 2 and D2. And then you're gonna go back again to the A minor 7, play it for 2 rounds. And then you're gonna play the GB for 2 rounds. And then you just end with 1 down on this C minor. And that is the bridge parts. So to summarize the bridge parts, A minor 7 4 times, E minor 2, D2, then again A minor 7 but 2 times, then the GB 2 times, and then 1 down on the C minor. Goes like this. And the pause. And then comes the final parts again. The chorus, another chorus play, and another post-chorus play in the same way as the previous parts we learned. And that, my friends, covers and summarizes Charlie Puth. That's not how this works. All right, so the challenge here is all the chords you need to handle, and everything else is pretty much yeah, it's very easy actually. I think you can learn this picking here in the verse pretty easy, and then it's just downhill pretty much. So yeah, give it a try. That's Not How This Works by Charlie Puth. Until next time, guys, play tuned.